forks froze midair. My father's scowl cracked, confused. My mother blinked like I'd just spoken in a foreign language. Across from me, my brother's smug little smirk evaporated. The laughter died before it finished its last breath. How does it feel knowing this useless one won't be paying your bills anymore? They didn't get it. Not yet. But they would. 2 years ago, I gave up everything to keep this family standing. After Dad's second heart attack and the failed business deal he wouldn't stop gambling over, I stepped in. Quietly, without asking for gratitude. I paid the mortgage, Mom's medical bills, kept my brother's car from getting repoed so he could keep pretending to be a YouTuber. They nodded thanks, occasionally, never said it outright. That would require dignity, or shame. Instead, I became the family wallet, a walking, breathing bailout. Still, I held on. Even love, especially family love, makes you blind when you want it to be real. But the night it broke, it shattered clean. It was raining. I'd driven 3 hours home after work, traffic crawling, headlights slicing through sheets of water. My mother had texted, "Dinner at 7, don't be late like last time." As I stepped through the door, wet and exhausted, I heard them before they saw me. My brother's voice first. "What's she even doing in the city anyway? Still trying to prove she's not a total waste?" Laughter. Then Dad chimed in, nasal and dry. "I mean, how does it feel being the most useless one here?" More laughter. My mother, too. They didn't know I was already in the hall. I stood still. Cold water dripping from my coat. Hands trembling, but not with sadness. Something else was burning now. Something cleaner. Clarity. The next morning, I stopped every payment. Mortgage? Frozen. Medical? Canceled. Car insurance? Revoked. Bank accounts? Locked. They had no idea how tightly everything had been wound around me. I was the quiet center of their chaotic world, the one they called useless. And now, I was done pretending. I didn't call, didn't argue, just disappeared. They noticed fast. My brother texted first, "Phone's cut off, can you check with the company?" Then Mom, "Sweetheart, something's wrong with the mortgage, did your bank mess up?" I didn't reply. A week passed. They started calling, panicked voicemails. Then the tone shifted, demanding, angry, accusatory. But I was already in motion. You see, I didn't just pull away, I prepared. I sold the apartment I'd bought under Dad's name because his credit was ruined and I'd been his co-signer. Legally, it was mine. I closed the LLC I'd helped him open, liquidated what little remained, transferred the remaining funds to a trust, not for them, for me. I filed for financial emancipation, a quiet legal move that untethered my income from theirs. No more tax filings together, no more shared liabilities. I even had the family accountant sign off. The silence on their end turned to begging. But it wasn't just money, it was reputation. Dad always liked to puff his chest at church, brag about his successful daughter. Mom told her friends she raised a future CEO. So I wrote a letter, just one, and had it printed anonymously in the community bulletin. Nothing cruel, just facts. How I'd funded every major expense in their household for 2 years. How they laughed behind my back. How their useless daughter vanished and took the roof with her. It spread like fire in a dry field. Tonight was the first time I saw them since. A forced dinner. Grandmother's birthday. I showed up in silence, in a tailored black suit. Calm. Distant. They didn't know how to treat me anymore. Like they weren't sure if I was a ghost or God. Then the wine started flowing. My brother made a jab. Stupid. Careless. Dad laughed again, that same dry, cruel bark. That's when he said it. "How does it feel being the most useless one here?" And I looked up. Just once. How does it feel knowing this useless one won't be paying your bills anymore? The silence afterwards was surgical. They felt it now. Mom's lip trembled. Dad's hand twitched toward his glass. My brother opened his mouth, closed it again. No one spoke. Because finally, they knew. They were nothing without me. I didn't stay for dessert. As I walked out, I passed the hallway where I once stood soaking wet, listening to them laugh at me. I paused. Then I smiled. Not bitterly, not sadly, just done. People think revenge is rage. It isn't. Rage is messy, loud, obvious. Real revenge is quiet, strategic. A knife slid between ribs so gently, they thank you for the hug. I didn't burn the house down. I just turned off the lights and walked out, knowing they never learned how to pay the power bill. So no, I'm not the useless one. I was the only one holding everything up. And now, I'm free.